Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Libby.
And I'm Este.
In today's YouTube video, we're going to be talking about one of our favorite skincare ingredients ever, hyaluronic acid.
Yes, if you want plump, juicy, glossy, dewy skin, keep watching. But first, grab yourself a cup of tea, in this case, gong cha.
It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? And keep watching. First of all, what is hyaluronic acid? Hyaluronic acid is actually a humectant and a sugar molecule that's found naturally in our bodies. Speaking about sugar, none for me, hun. Thank you. It's a sugar molecule that's produced naturally by our bodies. But of course, as we age and get older, our levels of hyaluronic acid diminish and go lower. So we have to find ways to replenish that hyaluronic acid synthetically if we want to maintain plump and juicy skin.
It's very similar, it sort of works similar to how collagen and elastin sort of degrades over time, or as you age you produce less. Same thing with hyaluronic acid as well.
What makes it a little bit worse is the sun. Exposing yourself to the sun can actually accelerate that degradation process of hyaluronic acid. So that's why it's very important to wear sunscreen. So there's a few ways that you can replenish your hyaluronic acid synthetically. Topically, through skincare products, or by injecting, aka fillers. In fact, hyaluronic acid is so good at what it does in attracting and retaining moisture in our skin that it can hold up to 1,000 times. Wait, 1,000 times?
That is crazy. 1,000 times its own weight. So how does hyaluronic acid work? So hyaluronic acid has the fun job of binding and holding onto water. So imagine hyaluronic acid like a sponge. So, it soaks up all that water that it can find. So how effective hyaluronic acid is really dependent on two factors. So it depends on the moisture in the air, so how humid a place is, and also the size that you use. So with humidity, if you're in an environment that is of low humidity, well, the hyaluronic acid is going to struggle to find a bit of moisture to draw into the skin or to hold on to. Just like a sponge, the less water there is there, the less water is going to bind and hold on to. Whereas if you live in somewhere where it's actually quite humid, so which means there's quite a lot of moisture in the air, then obviously hyaluronic acid has a lot to actually bind to and also hold on to. So that concept then works sort of on the skin. In high humidity, there's a lot of moisture drawn into the skin by the hyaluronic acid, or in low humidity, not so much. The other factor is the size of the hyaluronic acid. In fact, there is 3 types of sizes. There is the low molecular weight, medium molecular weight, as well as high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. The different sizes actually have a varying degree of penetration, mechanism of action, and result. With low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, it is a small enough molecule to penetrate deeper into the skin, so further into the dermis, and be able to hold and draw moisture into the skin almost to a cellular level. So you can really think about having moisture brought into the inside and out. With medium and high molecular weight hyaluronic acid, that isn't able to penetrate into the skin as the low molecular weight would, so it just sits sort of on the surface of the skin. It still is able to provide hydration because it still draws moisture into the skin, but it's more happening on a surface level. The benefits also from having medium and large molecular weight hyaluronic acid is that it creates a really nice film on the skin. So it helps sort of tighten the skin, it also hydrates the skin and gives that plump look. So in order to have the benefits of both, you want to try and find a formula or a product that contains both high molecular weight or medium as well as small molecular weight, or at least a mixture of all the different hyaluronic acids. I'm sure if you reached out to the brand of the product, you may be able to ask what type of hyaluronic acid has been used.
Where does hyaluronic acid fit in your skincare regime? I think the short answer to this is it really depends on the type of product that you're using. Because hyaluronic acid is such a common skincare ingredient, you can find it pretty much formulated in a lot of skincare products. I would say majority of skincare products on the market right now. So it comes in a lot of different mediums, the most popular one being a serum, where it is the main, if not only, active ingredient in that serum. But it also can come in toners, lotions, creams, you name it. a lot of skincare mediums. So I would say it ultimately comes down to following the skincare Bible. Remember to apply your skincare products from the thinnest consistency to the thickest consistency. Let me give you an example. All of these products contain hyaluronic acid in them. Of course, not at the same percentages or amounts, but they do all have hyaluronic acid in them. So to figure out which one goes first and so on and so forth, again, just stick to that rule, thinnest to thickest consistency. So in this case, I would cleanse first and then I would go in with this one because it is obviously the most runniest one. It's pretty much a liquid. This is a toner. So this comes in the form of a spray and it's pretty much as liquid as water. And then you move on to your serums. This is a vitamin C serum with hyaluronic acid in it, and this is a gel hydrator serum sort of product. So that is a vitamin C serum. You can see it dripping down my hand, whereas this one is holding up pretty well. That's the gel hydrator from Earth Harbor. So I would go in with this one first, and then this one afterwards. After your serums, you usually go into your lotions and your moisturizers. So I've got two creams here, but I would go in with this one first. This is a gel cream consistency, as opposed to this one, which is much thicker and much richer. So that is the Hanskin gel cream, and that's the CeraVe moisturizing cream. And you can also tell the difference in their opacity as well. So because this one is more opaque, it tends to be a bit more richer in texture and thicker. So following this rule really ensures that you gain the most benefits from the hyaluronic acid inside those skincare products and also the skincare products themselves. Which skin types will benefit more from hyaluronic acid? Honestly, all skin types need hyaluronic acid.
Libby can use it, I can use it, our husbands can use it.
Don't be alarmed just because it has the word acid in its name that it is going to be an ingredient that totally burns off your face. That is not the case at all. It's actually quite the opposite. Hyaluronic acid, again, like we said, is a sugar. It's completely harmless and it's very gentle on the skin. Its one purpose is to literally bring you hydration. And I personally think that everyone needs hydration, no matter their skin type. Yes, even the oily skin types, you can still have oily skin but still lack water.
Did you know that the first signs of aging is actually from dehydration? So before you go out there and buy yourself the most expensive anti-aging product, actually try to just hydrate your skin with maybe hyaluronic acid and see if those fine lines go away. And if they do, it was because your skin was just dehydrated and not because you're losing collagen or elastin or anything. So before we go into our top picks of hyaluronic acid products from our store, I'm going to quickly go wash this off so that I can go through the products as I'm actually doing my skincare. What was supposed to only be a face cleanse ended up being a full-blown shower, hence the change of clothes. Anyways, first product we wanted to mention was Hyaluron's Skin Essence. As you can see, I've almost finished my bottle. I have very, very little left here. And I have been loving this essence. I use it day and night, and it's been such a treat for super dry skin like mine, and it is super hydrating. This essence obviously contains hyaluronic acid, and with an essence it's slightly thicker than water but just thinner than a serum, and I use it right after toning, and this just makes my skin feel so plump, super hydrated, super moisturized, and it looks nice and glowy and dewy and supple, which is what I love. I've also mentioned in a previous video that I much prefer this essence over snail essence.
Flashback.
Oh, ew, ew. Oh my god, it's stringy. How do people use this when it looks like snot? Oh. I think in my personal opinion, this one is much more hydrating than the other one, and also the texture is more pleasing to me. If you're like me and don't like things slimy, then you will love this.
Next is a product that we have not been able to get enough of, which is the CLE Cosmetics CCC Cream. This is a CCC cream, so it feels like a BB cream, but it has the coverage of a foundation. So it has much higher coverage than your average BB cream, although it is still very lightweight and not heavy at all. I like to make a concoction of the shade medium and a touch of the warm medium to give it a little bit more of a warmer undertone. There is my little concoction. So I've got the medium there mixed with a little bit of warm medium, and it starts off as a white to light grey color, but as you blend it into your skin, it transforms into the shade and matches seamlessly with the color of your skin tone. So this is a very interesting transformative product. How cool is that? After wearing this guy for 10 hours straight, I can confirm that it holds up very, very well and still feels very lightweight by the end of the day and not cakey at all. And of course it has hyaluronic acid in here, which probably makes it so long lasting and keeps your skin nice and hydrated and nourished throughout the whole day, and minimizes any patchiness or dryness on your skin. So if you're really into your dewy hydrating foundations, this is your go-to, especially for an everyday makeup look. That is the coverage on just one layer. And if I have any extra blemishes, I just pop a little bit on top of there and you're good to go. Here she is in a natural lighting. What I look for in a foundation is one that can give medium to high coverage. And when I first started using this, I was like, oh, it only gives light to medium coverage, but it is totally buildable to get the coverage that you want, but without that cakey, heavy feeling, which is what makes this the perfect everyday foundation for me.
Meanwhile.
Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't realize you were there. This is embarrassing. Well, I might as well tell you what I'm using, right? I am using Hanskin's Hyaluron Moisture Mask. Again, this contains hyaluronic acid, it contains rose water, it contains strawberry extract, as well as raspberry extract. So it contains all these nutrients to really plump up, hydrate, moisturize the skin. So I love to use this when my skin feels particularly dry, which is always, but today I feel like it really needs some TLC and some rejuvenation. And I like to use a roller just to promote the penetration of the products inside the mask. So obviously the hyaluronic acid is there to hydrate the skin. The rose water helps to just calm the skin, very fitting, and strawberry and raspberry extract for some antioxidants. After 10 minutes, yes, even after 10 minutes, you will feel so hydrated after using this. And as you can see, there is still so much product, not only on the mask, so I rubbed it all over my neck and décolletage, but there's still so much in here. So I like to rub it into my hands, my arms, because they also get quite dry too. Of course, we can't go without mentioning the Hanskin Hyaluron Moisture Cream. So she's a gel cream moisturizer. So you can see there, divine. And as you can see, I've hit the bottom and I'm almost finished with this moisturizer. This is probably my third jar, to be honest. I love this thing and it just feels so light. This is such a refreshing product for me because I'm so used to products that are really heavy because I have really dry skin. So I opt for products that have got real heavy waxes, heavy butters, and I find that that's what hydrates my skin best. But this has been such a game changer for me. It is super hydrating. It feels like my skin is hydrated, but it doesn't feel heavy like a butter or multiple waxes would. It's nice and light, but still so lovely on the skin and hydrating. It leaves my skin like a very nice glass glow dew. Even though I've got really dry skin, I think, and it works really well for me, I think it'll also work really well for oily skin types. Because again, with oily skin, you still do want to hydrate your skin because dehydration is also the first signs of premature aging. Even though it's a gel cream, I don't find that it affects what I apply after, like my sun care and my makeup. It all just lays on really nicely on the skin. So this moisture cream actually contains all the 3 sizes of hyaluronic acid, and it also contains hibiscus extract as well as niacinamide, which is all great nutrients for that super soft, supple, glowy looking skin. which is all what we're all asking for, I'm sure.
And last but certainly not least is this Youth Refresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Serum by Herbal Dynamics Beauty. There's no beating around the bush with this guy. It's so easy to use and really effective at what it does. The ingredient list is so simple. There is only 7 ingredients in this serum, hyaluronic acid being the second and aloe vera being the first. And those two, in my opinion, are 2 of the most hydrating skincare ingredients right now on the market, and they work really well and synergistically together to give you a really good hit of hydration that your skin needs. This product does work for all skin types, but especially those with dehydrated and dry skin. You can use it morning and night, and it's really easy to layer with the rest of your skincare products. I love how this product makes my skin feel just super plump, especially coming out of the shower. Putting this straight on onto damp skin just brings my skin back to life. I feel like there's just no excuses with this product. It's just easy to use and a great way to get that boost of hydration into your skincare routine. So that's the end of the video. We hope you guys learned a thing or two about hyaluronic acid if you didn't know already. And if you'd like to try any of the product recommendations that we have talked about, check them out in the description box below because we've left all of the links. And if you have any other product recommendations with hyaluronic acid in them that you could recommend us to try, please share.
Leave them in the comments below. We also like to try other things.
Yeah, we like to experiment if you can't tell already. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and click the notification button. Bye. But if you follow that rule, you should be right.
You should be right.
You'll be right.
Goodbye.
But can you please subscribe before you go, Joel?